Yeah, just tilt it a little this way. Yeah, that's good. I move around a lot, so he likes to give me extra room.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I get antsy too.
Yeah. It's like
Oh, here. Do yourself a favor and step there.
There we go. Perfect.
There you go.
Beautiful. There's carpet down here. Hello there, my name is Brendan, and I'm talking today with David from Raw Fury. He's actually a publisher. The first time we're actually talking to a publisher during Dev Talks. It's a little bit weird.
Oh no, I'm not intimidating. We're not intimidating, I promise.
It's scary. And we're actually going to talk about how publishers actually aren't intimidating on the show floor. If you want to pitch an idea to them, how you go up to them. Now, Raw Fury, how many years have you been showcasing at PAX East specifically as a convention?
Ooh, this would be, let's see here, let me think about it. 1, 2, 3, I think this is our 4th one now.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe it.
How'd you enjoy the 4-day shift?
Yeah, so last year I only came for a couple days, so this is my first time experiencing it. I will say this, so we're used to it at PAX West already, because it's been a 4-day show for a little bit. What I like about it here is that the first day, like the Thursday, is the new 4th day.
Oh,
it used to just be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now it's like we get like an ease into it, right? It's not like PAX West where
it's super calm too.
It is. I loved it.
But what's it like showcasing at Raw Fury if you're a developer? Like, how many developers actually come with you guys to showcase their games? How does publishers usually bring their developers on at the cons? What is the process like?
Oh, that is quite the question.
So
I'll explain the way that we do it.
Okay.
So this booth, for example, we're showing 2 games. We have Night Call right here.
And on the other side, a game I played.
Atomic Crops.
Which was fun, and it looks so pretty.
Oh, thank you very much.
Go on.
What we usually do is we try to get 1 to 2 developers per team to come out with us. We will pay for their flights. We'll pay for the hotel.
Oh, you do?
Right? Yeah. In the end, it's allocated into part of our budget, and so us and them will be splitting the cost of about paying that back and all the other marketing things that when the game comes out. But for all intents and purposes, yes, we are the ones that make sure that they can make it out here. And we're also funding their game at the same time, making sure that they can, work on the game full time, like stress-free, not having to worry about other finances or anything like that.
Because, developers these days, you can go without a publisher, but it's like a publisher has so many perks.
I think there are certainly some instances where having a publisher is advantageous, but also I have definitely spoke to developers and have told them otherwise. Like, you know what? I don't think your game needs this, but if you're looking for like a lot of marketing support, if you're looking for a way to get to events, and you're looking for a way to do that without digging into your own, coffers and your own piggy bank, exactly. A publisher is certainly a way to do it. So what we do is, we make sure our developers can get here. We'll be the one that helps take care of the graphics and all the artwork that you see here in the display.
Banners.
Yeah, we put this all together ourselves.
Yeah.
We have a little storage space that we bring stuff out of, and then we bring it here, so it's a reusable setup. The developers, they show up. They get to hang out and talk to all the fans and everything like that. For each of these games, it's the first time they're at PAX East, so it's like a whole new audience that gets to see them. And it's really exciting to see them interact with people that might actually play their game later in the future.
Yeah.
For most publishers, it is a cost, like a total cost, that is paid back after the game is on sale. But also usually these are agreed upon costs. So of course, we have to let our partners know.
It doesn't surprise anyone.
No, dude, definitely not. No, that's the last thing we want to do. We want to make sure that they know exactly, like, okay, this setup is going to cost this much. The booth is this much, and the badges come included, so that's always nice. And if we have to pay for extra badges, like we'll fund the cost. That cost is very minimal, but we always make sure that there's no surprises. They know how much the room will cost when we put it towards the budget, and they know how much it's going to cost to print something or whatever. We do try our best to make sure that things are cost efficient. Like we have PCs, for example, that have been donated to us by NZXT. And so, we only pay the shipping. We don't have to pay for the computers. We're just going to ship it back to our friends in California.
Solid sponsorship.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really great.
Even publishers got to hustle.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
We don't want to blow anyone's budget, because that's going to hurt all of us. But especially the indie developers, because they depend on these things the most.
Yeah, and that's a really scary thing to think about money. And another scary thing is approaching a publisher, which is what most of our target audience probably wants to know, is like, what is the etiquette, or what is the way that is best to approach a publisher at a con about your idea, your pitch, or your already completed game that you want to get out there?
Ooh, okay. So I think standard etiquette is, and you're really good at this, just to be a human being. Right? If you see somebody that you want to talk to, just wait till they're not busy for a moment, right? And then politely wait your turn, and then maybe when you finally get the opportunity to go, hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm a developer. It's really great to lead with that.
Here's a business card.
I've got a game I'm working on. I would love to show it to you. Maybe you have some free time at some point.
Yeah.
And then I think most publishers are pretty open to that. So if you have your game on the show floor somewhere else, you can just tell them where you're at, and then you can arrange a meeting or some sort. I just came back from something like that right now.
You had a bunch of meetings today.
Yeah. If they don't have a booth, that's also totally okay. Maybe arrange an appointment and meet somewhere away.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Out of here. You're not necessarily both talking into a microphone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would be really difficult. And so we took a meeting at the Westin today. It's much quieter than this show floor right now.
Right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And there's a Starbucks right there, so you get yourself a little snack.
Some hot chocolate to warm you up.
There
it's
we
cold
go.
out here in Boston.
Yeah. Or the bar.
Depends on your age.
You sure?
Yeah. Now, another thing is, how do you exactly price your indie games? Like, every game is special and different. There's always a cost to think about that you want to recoup when you work on an indie game, and especially when there's also an extra cost because you have a publisher. Usually a dev wants to charge a little bit more, so that way it's like they don't lose much of their split.
Sure.
How do you guys recommend costs to your developers?
Ooh, that is some real black magic right there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I say there's some general guidelines, especially when it comes to the indie side of things. What we do take a look at is kind of like the competitive landscape. So if your game fits in a genre, and maybe that genre is usually priced at, then we might use that as like a ballpark figure for where to start at. Sometimes you get a little bit of insight from the sales partners that you're dealing with. So maybe Steam might, if they really are into your game, they might have a suggested price that they think based on the data they have, like on what your game could sell for optimally. Same thing for Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo. They might have their own opinions on this as well, so we always take that into consideration. I think the one thing that we try to avoid for sure, and I can't speak for anyone else, is that the idea that the cost of a game should equal to like what the length of, that's not a good formula.
Exactly, and that's where the bias comes in as a developer. You tend to price the game about the amount of years or the time or the effort it took, and you really can't think about that. You have to think from a consumer mindset, what they're actually getting out of it is the product.
That's one thing, and then the other thing too is like, and this is a perception by consumer. People usually associate the cost of a game with how many hours I will get out of it by enjoying it. Oh, that game can't be a $60 game because I won't get 100 hours out of it.
I beat Gone Home in 90 minutes.
Yeah. That was not worth $20. That's really, really not a good mindset to have, and so we certainly don't price our games based on this at all. Yeah.
That's good to hear. That's a very accurate, cool-minded way of choosing a price for your games. All right, Dave. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Oh, thank you so much,
Brandon. I hope you have a good rest of PAX.
Oh, thank
I know
you.
you guys switch out every couple of hours, but it's still pretty rough. There's 2 whole more days to go.
We're almost there. We're halfway.
Hey, when you get home, you can have some really nice guacamole.
I cannot wait.
It's going to be delicious.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Second handshake, sure.
All right.